Hi, everyone. Hello, wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am Simone Simpson from Wondering Yoga Cafe Entertainment, and this is day 2 of our 1 meal a day 30-day challenge. So we're doing 30 days of 1 meal a day. I'm hoping that you've spoken with your healthcare provider and are able to join us on this wonderful gift that we're giving to our bodies. And this is day 2. So I want to talk about what I've been eating, how I've been feeling. Please share as well in the comments. I want to hear what you've been eating, how you've been feeling on this second day of 1 meal a day. So first of all, I want to ask you, have you done your homework? The homework from day 1, there were 3 parts to it, 3 components. The first was to weigh yourself, to get on a scale. And I have an app, and the scale is linked to the app. And so it measures not only your body weight, but your body fat, how much water you've retained, your body muscle. So it's really giving you a lot of those numbers that are significant. And they have a scale like that in the gym. So you can order those, but I bought one. And so I have one at home. So that's an ideal version of it. But as long as you're getting yourself on a scale, you'll get some sort of number. So that's a good thing. So homework was to weigh yourself. The second component of homework was to take 4 pictures of yourself. So 4 pics, so front, back, and both sides, left and right. So 4 pics and 4 measurements. You get to choose those measurements. However, it's a good idea if one of them is your waistline right at your navel and one is your chest right at the area where your nipples are. That way you're getting the same measurement every time. And then other than that, you might want to do your hips and then maybe your calves, whatever that fourth measurement will be. So homework, weigh yourself, especially during this first week. We want to do that every week. Weigh yourself, 4 pics and 4 measurements. And the thing about weighing, we're not wanting to get on the scale and see this number that we were shocked that we have and we're upset. And that's my yoga studio. I was looking at it, getting a little distracted. I have not visited that today yet, but I will. So, but not wanting to be upset with the app. The good thing about that is you can get on your scale, turn on your app. It will link your weight to the app and you don't have to look at it. I mean, you can weigh every week and then look at it at the end of the 30 days because you're sticking to 1 meal a day, you're feeling better, you're putting more good nutrients in, fewer bad nutrients in, more of the bad nutrients are going out. So you should feel good. And that's so important during this journey and every day and every journey is to feel good. How you're feeling is really important. So don't necessarily need to look at that number, but it is important to track it. So that's kind of a hack to weigh yourself and not look at that number just yet. So that was our homework, and also hoping that you've determined what the best 1 to 2 hour eating window is for you. Again, I played around with the 1 meal a day for a couple of weeks. When I started, I was eating at 5 and I loved it because I could relax, I could cook my meals, sit, enjoy it. But a couple of things about that. Number one night I noticed I didn't finish eating until 7:45 because I made 2 meals in one, and it took that long to make them. I wanted to have some of when I ordered this meal kit. So I wanted some of one meal kit and some of the other. So it took longer to prepare. And so I was like, wow, this is now stretched this 1 hour eating window into 2 hours, 45 minutes, almost 3 hours. Also, what I noticed is every single night when I was having my meal at 5, I was full when I was meditating, and I meditate right before bed. So I'd already had my shower, then I meditate, and then I go to sleep. So I was full and it was uncomfortable. And so that is something so I adjusted that 5 p.m. Now my eating window is from 3 to 4. And I like that much better because it's close enough to when I go to bed that my stomach is not empty. So I'm not tempted. And it's far enough away from bedtime that I'm not full in the evenings when I meditate and when I go to bed. So just finding that window for you, and you might play with it. You might find something today and find out you want to adjust that later on in the week or even next week. That's fine. That's what this is for. We are going to continue doing these 30-day challenges. So hoping that this can become, for me, I know it's a lifestyle. This is something that my body likes. It's important for me. And a lot has happened in my personal life that has made this journey even more important than it already was. So that's the important thing, determining your 1 to 2 hour eating window. And I just say 1 to 2 hours. Today, right now, it's 4:25. I still haven't finished eating. At 3 o'clock, I started preparing my meal. And then, so I had a bowl of homemade pea soup. So I heated that up and ate that as I was preparing the meal, and then prepared the meal and then put it on the plate. The time I put it on the plate, it was 4 o'clock, and then I wanted to film a video. So I'm going to think about that arrangement as far as eating, and I don't know, maybe I'll have to cook the food and not snack while I'm cooking. That's a tough one. We'll see. We'll see. So what has been going on in my life? I am cleaning up my kitchen. I know that for this first month, our focus is eating 1 meal a day. So we're not focusing as much on what we're eating, unless you're joining the Snap Back Body Wild challenge. It's a 90-day challenge. There we will address what we're eating, but we're not focusing as much on what we're eating, just getting our eating to that 1 to 2 hour window. However, my mom, on her birthday, the day before, I bought 3 cakes, 3 mini cakes, and this is one of them. And I bought a chocolate and then a birthday cake. You can see that one was enjoyed. And so I said, Mom, let's do a pre-birthday this year. Let's start your celebration the day before, and then we can also celebrate the day of. And she's like, great, she's all in. So we had the cake, had some almond milk ice cream, and on her birthday, I just noticed she wasn't mentating well, just kind of seemed a little, I don't know. And I was asking her, I was like, are you sick? Because I remember when I got sick and had that thing that a lot of people have had, she was acting exactly the way I was acting, except my mom, my whole life, has never, ever told me when she was sick. She just doesn't. I've never heard her say, I'm sick. So, and I would always watch her like, wow, she just pushes through. She goes to work. My mom's a school teacher. She just goes to work. She doesn't stop. And so, but I noticed, I said, Mom, I said, how are you feeling? I said, because when I was sick, that's how I was acting. Exactly the way you're at. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. So anyway, got her up, took her to the hospital on her birthday, and it just deteriorated from there. They admitted her, however, all the beds are full in every hospital. I'm in my house in Vegas now, every hospital in Vegas. So she was admitted, yet sitting in the lobby. So over the course of sitting in the lobby all night, she deteriorated drastically. I had to literally force the RNs to act. I was a paramedic for a few years. And so I said, she's unresponsive. And they just looked and they stood there scared. And I'm like, she's unresponsive. I said, I need her pressure checked, her sugar checked, and her SATs checked. And they just stood there. So then a couple of them came over, they saw her. So by the time we got to her, she had opened her eyes. And then I said, Mom, and she said, yes. And I said, oh, okay. I was happy that she was responding. So they both said, okay, she's fine, and walked away. And I'm like, no, we have not even begun. So I went back a second time, explained again what I needed done. And the RN there said she had to talk to her charge. And I'm just thinking, this is really backwards, because we have a patient here that needs to be addressed immediately, and you are afraid of this. And so I then went back over, checked my mom, came back a third time, and so the RN there said, go and knock on that door, they'll come. So I knocked on the door, a lady opened the door. She said, okay, I have to talk to my charge. I said, that's what the other nurse said. And then I just saw, and I could see her behind this lady, and she was literally picking up the trash can, looking at that. Well, I was like, she's not addressing the patient. I said, my mom needs her sugar checked, her SATs checked, and her pressure immediately. I said, I can do it. And so the lady said, she said, okay, I'll go and get, I said, so now you're going to go and leave and go talk to your charge again. I said, now it's been 15 minutes. So anyway, finally, I got her in the back in a bed, and they were able to assess her. Her pressure was like 58/35. So she was bottoming out. And that's what I was telling them, that she's bottoming out. I'm like, that she has to go in the back right now. And it's a different type of training. As a medic, we work under a doctor's orders, so we don't have to ask permission. We don't have to wait for someone to tell us what to do. We just do it. We know what to do. Whereas RNs, they're in a hospital setting, they literally just get a piece of paper. Now it's on a computer and it shows them what to do. Okay, go and push 2 milligrams of this medication with this person. So they're not actually doing it on their own. And so that's part of why. It doesn't mean they were incompetent. Other than that scenario, when it was emergent, they were very nice. They were helpful. They were kind. There was another situation where it wasn't so, but they were helpful. They were kind other than that. And so it's not saying they were bad. It's just that, it's like the healthcare system needs some changes. I said, do you have any paramedics back here? Because they can come do this. They don't have to wait for someone to type in a computer and tell them what to do. But anyway, I got her in the back. And as they were assessing her, she started mentating better, but still wasn't coherent. It took until later that day for her to start being more coherent. But I said to her, I said, Mom, I said, I'm a Wild Fit coach. I said, and I'm a certified Ashtanga yoga teacher, and I eat 1 meal a day. And I said, you are no longer allowed to eat the way that you eat. Because literally, I don't put any judgments on what anyone else eats. I don't tell other people what to eat. Other people can see what I'm eating. But she, drinking sodas and eating chips every day. I said, what you're putting in your body is affecting you. And I know it is, and I know how to heal. And you're not allowed to eat that way anymore. I said, as soon as you get home, you're on WildFit. There's a link below, the snapbackbodywild.com. I invite you to join our next class. It is how I healed what was said to be permanently damaged lungs and my cholesterol, blood pressure, sugar, triglycerides. So inviting you to join us on our next 90-day challenge. It is a transformative health program. But I told her, I said, you are going to now eat what I eat. And she said, I want to. And it was a wholehearted, honest answer. So I'm so glad, because you need someone who's willing and ready and excited about it. So she's willing and ready. And that's good, because that's my part of it. And I was just looking, I came back that evening, saw what they were giving her for dinner. It was pasta. And I just thought, wow, how is she supposed to heal eating this stuff? But it's okay. I mean, they're doing the part that they do know about, which is the medicine. I mean, she does need some intervention now. So that part they're good at. The nutritional component, they're not. Doctors get like 2 weeks of nutrition in med school. They are not nutritionists. Even formal nutritionists are working off of this standard American diet, saying eat less and eat all day long. And that doesn't work either. So hence we're here, 1 meal a day. This is day 2. But I wanted to tell you that because these cakes that I had, I was thinking, ooh, let's have some the next day. But as soon as she went to the hospital on her birthday, I said, it's not even worth it. So I have the cake and I have a trash can. So I am throwing away the carrot cake, chocolate cake, and the birthday cake, because not that important. The foods that we are eating are killing us, and no one's talking about it. They're blaming all these other illnesses and things for what's wrong, versus looking at the inflammation that is in our bodies. Inflammation is the precursor to all disease. And the foods that we're eating are causing the inflammation, and how often we're eating. When you are eating only 1 to 2 hours a day, you're giving your body like 17 hours for the insulin levels to drop. When your insulin levels drop, your inflammation drops. And your kidneys are releasing salt and water. So the bloating is releasing as well. So that's a gift we're giving ourselves. And that gift, it logarithmically increases to other systems and organs and tissues. And so I am cleaning out my kitchen. So just the junk that that was in here, some to celebrate the birthday, but it's just not allowed anymore. I don't buy it, and I just said, I'm putting my foot down. You are making bad choices. And I know I don't tell people what to eat, what they should or shouldn't eat, but this is critical. And time is of the essence because she's still not well. She's still at the hospital. So yeah, so that is what's going on with what I'm eating. Now, as far as your food choices, again, we're focusing on getting our food window to 1 to 2 hours. That's what we're doing here. When you join the challenge, the link below, snapbackbodywild.com, when you join the challenge, we will address every week different foods, and we'll make tweak after tweak after tweak until, and it's very easy. I've done almost every diet and they were hard, and I was like, okay, I can't eat anymore today, or sometimes it was like, just go to sleep if you're that hungry. This 90 days, you can eat as much as you want. You're just eating the foods that are included in that week, but as much as you want. And I healed my lungs and my sugar levels and my triglycerides, my cholesterol, and released 20 pounds. So I was super excited. But I want to show you what I'm eating today. Now it's 4:30. I still haven't eaten. So I'm an hour and a half in. I'm gonna have to fix this. But this is my meal today. So, and this is a meal that comes, a meal kit, and I might have to stop it just because of what's in here. So it was called cauliflower pasta. So I ordered it. And when I got it, it said linguine, and I thought the pasta was made of cauliflower. So that's why I selected it, but it actually is pasta, which I don't eat. Like, I can't remember the last time I had pasta. My friend Roth is from France, and I was telling him about my delicious spaghetti sauce that I have. And I was like, he said, what do you put it on? And I said, nothing, I just eat it plain. And he said, so you have pasta without pasta? And I said, yes, but it's not my thing. And because it's not the best for you, it's got wheat in it, it's carbohydrates, it turns to sugar. Because of all that, it's a good thing for me not to add. I am having it today because it's time to eat. And today I water fasted until I had tea, an herbal tea, and then water fasted until 3. So, which is new for me. But this is my meal. It's got green beans. This is cauliflower. That's the pasta. And then there's some sliced almonds that I'm going to put on it. But this is what I'm having. I did have a bowl of peas. I made some homemade pea soup. So I heated that up. So I had that as well. But this is my meal. This is my tea that I had this morning. It's orange vanilla. It's a rooibos tea, and it's organic, of course. But this is what I had this morning, and then after that, water, and I was fine. It's a little bit different, but I'll see. I didn't feel that euphoric energy. However, my mom's in the hospital, and I'm kind of restructuring everything. So I think I'm doing pretty well considering what's going on in my personal life, just staying happy. And it's like a true happiness, because that's what's so important and that's something that I learn in the meditation trainings that I go to. I have a meditation business, meditationrising.com. However, I too am always deepening my knowledge. And I think that's important in every field. Whatever your field is, there's always someone who's deeper involved in that, who can train you in a way, in some component, in some capacity, to get you to go further and ask different questions. So that's something that I've learned in my trainings, is that we have to learn to maintain our vibration, our happiness, our peace, regardless of the circumstances around us. We cannot let the circumstances around us dictate how we feel. And so doing pretty good considering the news that I've been getting, and it's a true joy that I still feel, and because of that, I'm able to rationally decide what I need. I said, I need a personal assistant. My mom needs a personal care attendant. I said, I need a chef. I said, my cleaning ladies need to come more days of the week. I was just thinking at logically what it is that I need, because I have to stay happy, and these are tasks that I'm not going to do. that wouldn't feel good. And so yeah, so that is basically everything. That was your tip today, is about the intermittent fasting. They promote the growth of neurons and new signaling pathways in the brain. And so basically it increases your focus and your mental energy. So it reduces brain fog. That is very important. I remember there was a time I had brain fog almost every day. Once in a while I wouldn't, and when I didn't, I was so clear. I was articulate. I was able to communicate. I was excellent at work, but I didn't know what it was I was doing. And now I can't remember the last time I had brain fog. So this is something that intermittent fasting does. If you are one who experiences brain fog, it will increase your focus and mental energy and reduce brain fog. So that's your tip for today. Your trick for today, something that we're going to do is to extend, and this is going to be part of your homework, extend the time where you're having just water. So in the mornings when you wake up, for me, that's 4:44. I wake up and meditate. In the mornings when you wake up, if you're having coffee as your first drink, that's fine, a black coffee or a black tea or a tea with no sugar, no cream, just the coffee or the tea. After that, having just water. And if you're having juices all day until you eat, just practice that. Try for an hour after you finish your coffee or tea. If you have that, after you finish your coffee or tea, just sticking with water, and try that for an hour or two and see how you feel. If it's hard, if it's tough, definitely drink some juices. We talked about the juices in the 1 meal a day video 1 for day 1. Check that out if you want some information on what types of juices to have, but it's definitely better to have a healthy, organic, cold pressed juice than to eat something, because what we're doing is training our bodies to get to 1 meal a day. Eventually we're going to do 1 meal a day and water. So we're training our bodies to do that. Thank you so much for coming. Remember again, your homework, if you didn't do your homework from day 1, to weigh yourself and to take 4 pictures and 4 measurements, and also to stretch that time where you're just drinking water in the morning is to 1 to 2 hours. So stretch that time in the mornings. Okay. I will see you tomorrow on the next one. I'm going to have my dinner. My goodness. I'm going to have to work on this, squeezing this in, because it's a feat to get your entire meal in 1 hour. It's a feat, especially when we're accustomed to having 24 hours to eat. So, but we're working on it. That's what we're doing this first 30 days. We're honing in on this. So this is real experience that I'm sharing with you. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow on the next one. If you didn't see yesterday's day 1, definitely check that out. I'm so glad you are here. Remember to like this video if you liked it, and please subscribe. It's that tiny little button right there. And I will see you tomorrow on day 3. If you have questions, anything you want me to talk about in the videos, please leave them in the comments. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.